Hey, Dr. Lindsey and Wendy here. This is a video. We get a lot of people come in here and they say they were told by some salesperson or somebody online that they needed 1,000 grafts to cover a big area. And so we're going to do a couple of little videos. What does a typical 2,500 to 3,000 graft case cover? And so let's do example. There'll be 4 or 5 examples of this. And they're all 2,500 to 3,000 graft cases. So here's example number 1. Fine-haired guy, front third of his head before, here's at the end of the case, and then here's at a year. And that's pretty good coverage with relatively fine hair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. The size. Yeah. You can. We're putting the after, so you could see, the color of the hair, so it matches. And if you're similar to that example, that's what it would cover in this practice.
Here's another guy that we did a frontal U on. We worked around the tuft, and I think we did almost 3,000 grafts in him. And here's what it looks like. And you'll note that we got further back in his head because this is all geometry. If you have this much area is 2,500 grafts, but we don't work around the front, we can stretch back further. And so it may look like a little more surface area was covered, but it's just because we didn't have to spin some hair right here. And so here's the end of the case, and here he is at a year, and then here he is a couple years later with me at a concert. Case number 3, this guy had pretty good curly hair. This is before, and this is the case. This is what 2,500 grafts cover. Now it might be 2,550 or it might be 2,600, but it might even be 2,700, but this is a typical frontal third case, and here he is a year or 2 later. Case number 4, same thing with a little thicker hair, and we started the front. Here's at the end of the case. We finished here, and then here he is after it's all grown in. And then case 5 is a fellow that probably is the fellow that started us being uptight about cleaning because he had trouble with the cleaning routine, and we really got going and made him very uptight because of him. But here he is before, and we got pretty far back, and you might ask how come we got so far back. If you notice, his balding area is pretty skinny. So again, using geometry, that same amount of surface area that would cover a small circle like this. If you make this narrow, you stretch back further. Any teaching points, Wendy?
No. But yeah, I like your geometry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like if you have narrow, like 3,000 and you will go from here up to here because you're
right. That's right. And so we'll do another video with smaller cases, but this should be reasonably educational for all you people that have been told by a salesperson that 1,000 grafts will cover everything. Well, I'm just showing you that 2,500 to 3,000 will cover half of the top of your head.
Yeah,
typically.
Or it's just like 1,000 will cover everything, and then that they can get like 5. That they got 5 or 6,000, because we have gotten those too. That you ask them how many grafts did you get, and they say 5,000.
And there isn't anything there. Anyhow, do your research. If we can help you, please give us a call. Thanks.